welcome to the World at War. Dire Bears Tuesday Night, Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle. If you were with us last week, you saw the band take on the legendary Chimera, as well as a small herd of centaurs. There were also some pygmies, but they didn't really put up a fight. Jade wrecked a bunch of their china. Our brave heroes then made their way to historic Pompeii, where they walked around, had some chats, reunited a mother and her son, sort of, and ruined one ferryman's night.
Yeah.
At the very end of the session, I believe you were contacted by Antony, a bartender and buddy of yours from back in Olympus, that he had been trying to get you in touch with, or had been trying to get in touch with a Celtic Scion. Lost my train of thought. Right. Because he had no connections with the Celtic Pantheon other than knowing this guy. Hopefully this guy could get you in touch with the Celtic goddess Bridget, who was the other healing goddess that the... shoot, what's that little tree guy called, Eric? Kadama?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought you was about to ask about a tree, and I'm like, wait, that's not what he's thinking about.
You know, we step into Middle Earth.
That's why my brain had to shut off for a second. I'm like, wait.
Treebeard's name? It's Treebeard.
Well, let's see. If it was Middle Earth, though, Sasha would suddenly be a bad guy. Connor would suddenly be a bad guy. I think the rest of you would be okay.
So areas just wouldn't exist.
Well, I was thinking about the cultures your deities came from, but yeah, fair point.
Yeah, no. They wouldn't exist.
But anyway. So Antony got in touch with you. Told you the Scion you need to talk to is currently in Belgium. As y'all are already in Italy, getting to Belgium's not too big a deal. If you're feeling adventurous, you could drive through the Alps to get there, but I figure y'all are probably going to load up in a plane. Well, distance-wise, it wouldn't be much worse than, I don't know, driving from where I'm at to, I don't know, Michigan somewhere.
I was going to say, it's probably not. It's just driving from Texas to Texas.
It's because Texas is the size of several European countries put together.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm pretty positive Alabama and Britain are about the same in size. That's a scary concept. I just want you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
But, so yeah. Y'all had gotten back to the smaller town that y'all had some hotel reservations at. You spend the night there with no major issues. Who is carrying Panacea's remedy?
Sasha is not letting it out of her sight or off of her person.
Good to know.
Until it goes missing.
I was just about to say, so she will not willingly let it out of her sight. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
No. Like, it is constantly in some kind of pocket, or like she's holding it in her hand. Just walking around like, sir, this is my emotional support vial. I think it was like kind of like, wasn't it like a science vial, like the more of a modern looking vial that they take blood in?
Like you would put a good sized blood sample in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Though the liquid always seems to catch the light, so it always looks like it's shining a little bit. If you turn off the lights in a dark room, nothing. But anytime it's always catching the light funny.
definitely tested that at least twice. Like
Very,
standing
very
at the
reflective
door.
surface. You know, for flying, you're gonna have to, I don't know, make that your put that on your carry-on. It's a little too much liquid.
Sorry, ma'am, no liquids on the plane.
I have plans if that happens as well.
I mean, then
She
we'll
will-
just take the road trip.
No. She'll just be like, guys, I'll meet you back there, and does the same thing she did to get her grandparents out of their apartment till Hilarious.
Oh no. Just
Spends a legend and boop. It would
well,
work.
we do have you know, Order Boy who can, you know, make things smoother.
He can make the bureaucracy work like it's supposed to.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't necessarily mean he can cheat in the bureaucracy. I
No,
mean, if the
he can
rules are
cheat.
no liquids on board, then no liquids on board.
Sure, but if the rules are no liquids on board, this will be there when you get back. That will also be there when you get back.
She
Part
will.
of the bureaucracy.
It is not leaving her person. She will just blow a legend and poof back to Olympus.
Maybe put it to Olympus.
Oh shit, we're traveling on a plane now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay then.
Why are you pooping
My
to
brain
Olympus?
was just my brain was thinking like going back there.
You're gonna say Olympus and then you're gonna get poofed to like Mount Olympus.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that, where are you going? Diagonally.
Let's see. Zeus basically crippled and blinded his own son for trying to get to the top of Mount Olympus. What's he going to do to some stranger?
Good thing you have Fantasy as cure.
And I was gonna say something about Zeus, but no, we're not gonna go there. Yeah, she'll just either take a train or drive, I guess, if it's gonna be an issue with the person at the plane.
Only she had a magic power, would she get by without them noticing her?
I mean, she. God damn it.
Just,
Or
just-
you know,
just
she'll just
let
do
it-
that.
I'm sitting there going, man, they're really overthinking this. How long can I let this go on?
You
This
do
long.
not
I'm letting
know
it go
how
on
good
this
I
long.
am at overthinking.
So you slip past the security checkpoints.
It's not metal. It's fine.
You know, but you've got your tickets and stuff, so once you get up to the actual ticket booth, or the actual, you know, boarding area, it's not like they're calling back the security desk. Did this chick come through the security? You know. So yeah, y'all get loaded on the plane, no problem. Flight goes on without any issues. You arrive in Belgium, specifically in Antwerp, which is their northernmost province, so, you know, it's bordering the Netherlands. It's up in the Dutch-speaking area. Flanders, I believe, is what that area is called.
Okay.
And then, you know, Antwerp's like the biggest city there, too. Diamond capital of the world. As far as I know, they don't actually mine any diamonds there. I think it's just where the diamond industry is based. But anyway.
Guys, it's a diamond heist.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I guess y'all could turn into that, but y'all are just here to meet a Jack Doyle. It's night when you arrive. You get all, you know, you get out front. You're looking around. You see a redheaded guy with a sign that just says "Yanks from Olympus."
That's
Hey guys, I think that's us.
You sure?
Looks around to see if anyone else is going to the sign. I'm pretty sure.
Nobody's going to the sign. He's got the sign in one hand, he's got a spear in the other. Airport security, people walking out. Nobody seems to notice he's holding a spear. But he just got a propped on it.
Nice spear.
Yeah, it is. You the folks I'm waiting on?
Maybe. Are you the person we're supposed to meet?
I'm Jack Doyle. Who are you supposed to be meeting?
Well, Doyle does sound right.
And he's a little bit older than y'all. He's got some gray in his beard, a little gray in his hair. You know, he hasn't gone to pot or anything. You know, he's not out of shape. Looks like somebody that spends a lot of time outside. Got red hair, you know, other than the gray. Some freckles.
Hilarious will move forward and be like, Hilarious and Moriad. And they'll put their hand out to shake.
Oh, he shakes. Pleased to meet you. He's got a slight Irish accent, so he's clearly not local.
So she'll introduce herself. Not to Smoochum, so she's probably either retrieved or convinced the people that Smoochums is an emotional support. Crocodilian hippo.
This is an emotional support science experiment.
Yeah.
There's some emotional support abomination.
Well, the abomination part's definitely true, so I guess the rest of it has to be.
Do you want to argue it?
He gives the animals a going over. He kind of nods at Spruce like, nice dog. He gets down and looks in the little crate or whatever you've got Smoochum's in.
It's a really big dog carrier.
I ain't one to insult people's pets, but that is not a pretty animal.
No, but he's effective.
I'd imagine. Alright, I got a car out here. Let's go. He goes, I got you a hotel room, or a couple of hotel rooms. I don't know how y'all usually divide up, so that's up to y'all. Yeah, so you get loaded up. As you're driving along, Jack like, so you're looking for Bridget.
Yes.
Anthony said something about one of you's got some sick folks or something.
Yes.
Quite true.
The Order of the Impious, one of their members, well, ex-members, cursed my grandparents. They have been in a comatose state that cannot be medically or magically revived as of all of our trying. For, oh god, how long has it been?
It's probably been a couple of weeks now, at least.
Yeah, just shy of a month.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, Bridget is one of our goddesses that involved in healing, so maybe she can help you.
All of our research and information points that direction. We're just wanting to come in, try to speak to her, whatever needs to be done, and get out. We aren't here to cause any kind of problems.
Well, I certainly hope not, but trouble tends to follow us sort around.
I didn't have to say it.
He glances back
So-
at you. Yeah, we all know it, though.
Don't we, though?
We were engaged. I had Chimera and some Centaur find us at Pompeii. So, well, not Pompeii itself, but in the area. So, be aware of that while driving, I suppose.
Oh, great. So people are trying to stop you. Are your grandparents that important?
To me, yes, but in the cosmic scheme, I'm not aware of anything.
It's
So
probably
they may,
enough that
they
they're
may just be
important
after
to
you in general. Who have you pissed off?
You got a sec?
Do we have a list? Just like roll out like a parchment, like
Well, who have you really upset other than that one guy from the Impious? I mean, the gang members, he was the pious guy was responsible for, or impious guy was responsible for. And then you fought him. I mean, the Wild Hunt wasn't related to anything, I guess. But...
Mhm.
I mean, at most we might have upset a couple of gangs. I don't know. Is the other band angry at us, or are we just uneasy allies?
There's some tension there. I know y'all were suspecting that the one chick may have been the one that messed up Robert's house.
Yeah.
Still
Y'all didn't like
not-
Chad.
Still a possibility. That hasn't been disproven yet.
That's true. I'm
We
just saying
haven't-
that
we
there's
haven't,
this
like,
suspicion of
gotten
y'all.
her. We haven't gotten her and put her under like the Teleria Samoria zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Kim and Connor definitely have some tension.
A smidge.
Look, he only beat up
No,
his granddad a little bit.
oh. A smidge of tension, please.
I mean, it's not like Connor would just cheerfully ruin his entire reputation and drive him to destitution.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. That's beneath you.
I know.
No one that would come at us on an international level.
Except Gaia.
What y'all did to Gaia when I was gone?
Nothing. She just threw the centaurs and a chimera at us.
Oh, okay. That's different.
He's like, I've heard you gotta watch that one. Nobody ever seems to know which side she's on.
Yeah.
Her own, probably.
Yeah, sounds like I want to get you folks out of here as fast as possible.
We will do everything to expedite that.
You know, he pulls into the hotel. If you go up to the desk, you know, the reservations were put in under my name. They're expecting you. I gotta finalize. He exchanges numbers with you. I'll send y'all a text as to where to meet us in the morning. I'm gonna go talk to the one of Bridget's Scions that's in the area. One of her daughters is in the area. I'm gonna go talk to her. I mean, she knows you're coming. She's agreed to meet with you. I'll go let her know that you're here, and we'll finalize like a meeting at brunch, brunchish tomorrow.
Brunchish.
Look forward to hearing back from you.
You know, the waffles are a stereotype, but they really are quite good here.
I was actually going to ask about that, so thank you. You beat me to it.
Everybody that comes in from somewhere else asks about it.
Okay.
Is there a good bar around?
Yeah, he gives you a couple of bars kind of in the neighborhood of the hotel.
Okay.
You know, if y'all want to go out and get a drink tonight. But with that, he shoos you out of his out of his van.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably before the shit hits the fan.
He just doesn't want the shit to hit his van. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I respect it.
It's a mood.
Yep. It is a mood.
So you go to the hotel. The animals get a look, but apparently the staff had been warned ahead of time. Because it is, it's more other guests that are really kind of giving you the hairy eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, what's the term? I don't want to use manager. Concierge?
Concierge?
Whoever it is. He meets you at the door, takes one look at your group, and walks up like he already knows who you are. Seems to be pretty at ease with the weirdness, so, maybe this is a spot Scions use regularly.
Mm-hmm.
He ushers you up to the top floor. You've got, I said a couple of rooms, but it's actually kind of the suite, so you've got multiple rooms branching off of it.
It's like my apartment.
Yeah, kind of. Probably not quite as big, but,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Same situation.
Okay.
But, nice set of rooms. Guy shows you where the wet bar is. Tells you about, room service and all that. And, then quickly excuses himself to let y'all get situated. It tells you to call the desk if you need anything.
Here's to hopefully getting out of here without causing some kind of international incident.
I'm waiting for it to happen.
I hope it doesn't.
Next week, I've erased the @ in our logo and put a 3 behind war.
I can see that happening, though, unfortunately.
What happened? I don't know, man. We just messed up, and now there's nukes.
And now there's nukes.
It's Fallout now. It's Fallout. Okay.
That is a mood.
There is a Fallout RPG.
There is.
So there's a Fallout board game that was so complex, even this man right here that knows how to break shit didn't want to try to figure it out.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, nope.
No. He's like, yeah, we're not doing this, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
That bad?
That bad.
Did it at least come with nice miniatures?
Yes, it did.
Those games
Not a
that
total loss,
makes-
then.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
not a total loss. The miniatures were good. Rest of the game,
Makes up for being an unplayable mess by at least being pretty.
Oh, there's our
Yeah.
tangent for the day.
Oh, we gotta have the one. Alright, is there anything y'all guys are planning to
Yeah.
do tonight? Or do you want to roll over the morning?
Go to a bar. I mean, if the night's still a little early, she'll go just kind of peruse in the area around the hotel.
The tracker getting the lay of the land.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's probably like 9:30 or so in the evening when he drops you off.
Hilarious goes to like the bar and it's like, what's that one with the drink that's served in a shoe or whatever?
Bailey's?
I
don't
have
know what
no
it
idea
is.
what you're talking about.
No, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna just move on. It is Bailey's an issue, but they don't know that.
am confused.
I am a
Just
little bit.
totally. You mean the old
mean-
Greg?
1 second, I'm looking up discotheques in Antwerp, and the next one you're talking about drinking out of shoes. I don't know. Ooh, Antwerp's got a Mambo Latin club.
Yeah.
It is also
4-star.
coming down over here. So if I randomly go out, that's why. It's raining. It's raining Sarah's cats in my area.
No.
You look out the window and all you see are cat butts falling down. Because they're all facing that
No.
direction.
No, that would be Rappy's cats.
Well, fair enough.
They're all just asleep.
Actually, Scully is, and so Vinny's just laying down.
Yep, still coming down. All right. But yeah, Hilarious futilely asks about being served Bailey's an issue, and then just goes to their room.
You might be able to find some Baileys in the wet bar, and you have a shoe, so.
Be like, well, if you want to go to one of the bars around, they might know what you're talking about.
I'm just here to be here, honestly.
Okay, there are some Baileys come in like glass shoes. Or maybe they just had a glass shoe to drink it out of. I don't know. I'm penalizing Deck Experience for getting us this distracted.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so Jaden heads out, hits one of the local bars. Lots of people speaking Dutch. There's a few speaking French or German, or big city, so there's probably some English speakers around as well. You get hit on some. Nobody gets overly pushy or
No, nobody's pulling a Chad.
No.
For
Okay.
now.
It's relative. It's 9:30. It's still relatively early. Nobody's 3 sheets to the wind or anything.
Okay.
But you get the lay of the streets around. As you get in there, you kind of get the lay of the streets around the hotel.
Mm-hmm. She'll be out for about like an hour, maybe hour and a half, and head back to the hotel.
Okay. So you head back around 11. You didn't particularly see anything suspicious. Nobody seemed to be following you. It's a relatively upscale area.
Okay.
Lots of folks walking around at night, so clearly it's not like a high crime area.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What are the rest of y'all doing?
If there's like at the hotel, if there's like a little souvenir shop, I'd probably grab some stuff from there.
If there's not in the hotel proper, there's something in the area.
It's like really close, just real easy to get to.
Just some
How do you get
little
in
junky
Belgium?
stuff.
I can't. Yeah. It's like, what the hell do I get in Belgium? I can't get
Belgium
waffles.
waffle maker.
I-
like a griddle skillet that is for waffles.
You know what? I'll see if they have it.
They have waffle-oriented keychains.
Ooh.
That'll work.
And workers that roll their eyes when you ask for something waffle-related.
Like, I know. It's just, gotta get something for Mom.
Oh, yeah, she has such a generous son. There you go.
Well, anyway, what would you recommend then?
Wait, Belgium is where I'll put the picture in
Oh,
the little statue.
excited.
Meineken Piss. The little statue at Belgium Grand Palace in Brussels. I'm pretty sure. Never mind.
I know
There's
not
art.
what you speak.
Give me 1 second. Just ignore me.
Ignore me.
Ignore me!
But the woman you're talking to, she tries to direct you to a local jewelry store, and she goes into the whole, Antwerp's the diamond capital of the world sort of thing. You
Does it sound
start
like-
to get
does
the
it sound
impression
like a
that maybe
sales
she knows
pitch?
somebody that works there.
Yeah. Starts sounding like a sales pitch versus any. Oh God.
His mother would love it.
Random art history knowledge.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know how their mother would feel about spending a little too much money on diamonds.
All right, fine then. I'm sure she'll enjoy her keychain. Here you go.
Thank you. We're not in Brussels.
Brussels in Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got distracted by drinking booze out of shoes and urinating
Statues.
bronze statues.
Hey, look, this is what happens when you make it a world-faring campaign.
Mm-hmm.
We do the research, you don't have to.
The
Mhm.
horrible research.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if there is a souvenir shop. Connor is gonna go looking.
Who's he buying souvenirs for?
He's gonna get one for his grandpa. If he can.
Oh yeah, you and Delirious can both go out.
Okay.
A waffle-shaped keychain.
Hmm.
Like the little butter. You press the little butter in and it lights up.
Let's see. There's Antwerpian souvenir, Central souvenir, MAS shop. Don't know what that stands for though.
Hmm.
I was hoping it would have like pictures of like what they sell, but nothing.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Man, that statue shows
Oh,
up
lots
in
of
way more
pins
Belgium.
and iron-on patches and keychains. So I was at least right about that.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts. Oh, refrigerator magnets. That's always a good one.
Mhm.
So anyway, y'all go out and y'all shop and y'all grab y'all's little souvenir knickknacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are probably back before Jaden is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She strolls back in a little after 11. In this time, whoever's number Jack got, probably Sasha, because she seemed like the dependable one in the
Adult.
group.
The one in charge.
Basically, she is the person in charge of the group.
You get a text for him, giving you the restaurant to meet at. We're gonna meet around 9:30.
All right, I'll make sure we're all there.
Well, it's a text, so. But
And text back.
next morning comes, y'all get up, y'all get ready, y'all head out.
Yeah.
If there's anything specific y'all want to do, let me know. Are you taking the animals with you?
Where are we gonna leave them is the thing.
Just put a do not disturb sign on the door, so
Yeah, and you
housekeeping
hear
doesn't come
like
in and get eaten.
rattling all over the place.
They're well behaved.
Until they get bored, start wrestling each other.
Are they though?
Yes. Part of their skills is being a good boy.
Exactly.
Even
Yeah.
good boys make mistakes.
That one ornery head that's just gonna like swat at Smooshums at the wrong time.
Mm.
They're good dog, crocodile, lion, hippos, bront.
Gonna-
So back to the
That's
question:
it.
taking them with you or leaving them?
Sasha's gonna leave him just because not sure the restaurant will appreciate having a croc hippo lion and help them go a little more under the radar.
So Connor will pop a clone and have him watch the animals.
Okay. That's even better than just leaving them in the room with TV turned on.
Babysitter.
Like the 6-year-olds they are.
Well, this is assuming the roll goes well.
Hey, my sister Chihuahua has seen a lot of Disney Channel.
Yes, okay.
Except when
There's
Dad's
a
at home, because Dad will sneak in there and put it on sports for him.
So there is a clone that'll sit there for 3 days. If necessary.
Let's hope it is.
Who knows?
Alright, yeah, so y'all head out to this little breakfast spot. Pretty pleasant morning. It's like 69 degrees.
Nice.
Nice.
I looked up today what the weather is in Belgium. Sounds like it was a very pleasant day.
I'm sure it was.
And then these a-holes from Olympus. Wait, no.
Then these ugly Americans showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Samuel with us?
I don't know.
Yeah, because didn't we bring Sim with us when we went?
Samuel was on the trip with
Rome?
you, yes. If you wanted to bring him to the meeting, then he's absolutely there.
All right. Yeah.
He's been regaling you
Yes,
with stories the last time he was in Belgium.
Yeah. You got drunk and you shot.
So it was the
your mom.
Austrian Netherlands at the time.
Sure.
I say that, I forget how old that makes
So you started World War One.
Oh no.
No. That was around. That was the Napoleonic era when it was called that.
Okay.
Which I think is actually a little older than Samuel. Y'all have got people taking pictures of you as you walk.
Hilarious poses.
Path unseen.
So 1 minute they're seeing you and snapping a picture, and then the next they don't see you.
Hilarious is having
It's
it
like
up, so-
individually they each lose sight of you as somebody else walks past you, or just anything breaks their eye contact, and they're like, they seem to get very excited about that.
Are we just celebrities over here or what? Are we just the new folks?
Well, Samuel's got hooves, so it's pretty obvious, what he is.
Yeah.
They know we're
Or
Scion.
Samuel.
They know we're Scions.
And it's not like it's everybody or a huge group. There's just a few people. Maybe they're just Scion groupies or something.
Is that a thing?
Probably.
The existence of Scions is well known enough that, there's groups that keep up with them like they're superheroes or celebrities.
Huh. Interesting.
And y'all are sitting at, what, a Legend 4 now?
3.
3.
Three.
Okay. That's still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Legend 3. We've hit fame levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a
So-
huge group, but
Yeah.
but none of y'all speak Dutch. You can't tell what they're saying to each other.
Sasha.
Sasha can. She understands enough to get by.
Experienced traveler.
Yeah.
It's hilarious looking on Google Translate, and then like a very bad Google translated message in Dutch will be like, look out later for an AMA as they're walking off.
As you're around the corner of the restaurant, though, it's surrounded by police cars.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, you knew something was coming.
Yep.
There's
the
police
other
tape
shoe.
up. The police are turning people away. They don't seem to be letting anybody in.
Sasha's gonna check her phone to see if there's any message.
No.
She's gonna look around to see if there's any ghosts.
Not that you say no.
Hilarious is approaching the officer, just right there. It's like
He turns around and says something to you in Dutch.
Sasha would have been
Right.
following.
Yeah, but he holds up his hand in the universal sign of stop.
sure. Right. Forgot I don't. I'll just look up. Do you speak English?
No.
Okay.
He turns over and gestures to somebody else, and the officers that doesn't speak great English, but good enough.
Sure.
Sorry, sir. There's been a incident. We can't let anyone into the restaurant.
We're supposed to be meeting someone here.
I would say that meeting is probably being postponed. It's probably been postponed then.
Well, yes.
We are. Maybe we can help. We're Scions.
They both kind of stop. The one guy looks at the other one. And the other guy clearly recognized the word Scion when you said it.
Uh-huh.
That's generous of you, but this is just a standard police matter.
I just would really like to see my friends, and if this is the way to do it, then this is the way to...
Perhaps you should call them and maybe they hadn't arrived yet. We've been turning people away for a little while now. Now, please, I'm gonna have to ask you to, go on about your business.
Yeah, Sasha's gonna step back and text him and be like, "There's been an incident at the location. Are you aware that? Is there a new meeting location that you would like to set up?"
A minute or so goes by, and you see Jack come walking out of the restaurant. Spear over his shoulder.
Perhaps that was the incident.
What did you do?
Does anyone else seem to be paying attention to him walk out?
Not particularly.
Wait, what does he have over his shoulder again?
His spear.
Okay.
He had it at the airport.
Sasha,
He had it in the car with him, propped.
Sasha will wait until he is, not directly near the police in case doing the same kind of thing she does. And then just kind of wave to get his attention.
Now, he was already walking, just like when he stepped
Oh,
out,
okay.
he kind of looked around and was heading y'all's direction. Morning.
Morning.
Got your
Never
message.
told
I figured
you
it was
that?
quicker just to walk out here than text you back.
So I'm
Okay.
assuming this is the reason why the place is shut down?
What's the reason?
Your spear.
He walked around an airport with it. I don't think it would be an issue.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody in the area
Sure.
is familiar with it. No, but there was a murder, apparently. Very inconveniently timed. And before you ask, no, I was not involved. He's sitting there with the spear, and he kind of turns where you can see notice the tip of the spear is clean.
Gotta wipe that off. That doesn't mean anything. I'm not saying you did it. I'm just saying.
In any event,
Change the plans.
Was it the
Yes.
Scion that got killed?
Big pardon?
Was it the Scion that got killed?
Aline? No.
Okay. That's
But
good.
she's a little, high-strung. So this has got her spooked, even though, from what I could tell while I was poking around in there, it's not related. Just poor timing.
There's no ghosts here, is there?
Well, she would have to go inside to be able to see. She can't
Gotcha.
look through walls.
X-ray vision, but only for ghosts.
Kind of? Nah. She'll... Are they allowing you in and out?
Once I was in there, they didn't make too big a fuss. But I'm kind of known in the area. Yeah, I've been working here for a couple 3 years now.
Well, if you'd like to attempt to walk back in, I might be able to. You say it's not connected, but it is awful unfortunately timed.
Hey, in our line of work, you can't trust coincidence.
Exactly.
Fate has a funny way of messing with things. Connor says that as he just like reaches into like a pouch on his belt and pulls out some gloves and just puts them on.
Jack, can I give you the eye? Okay. But sure, we'll see if we can wiggle back in there.
As long as you're allowed in, they shouldn't notice me.
So he takes back off, and he doesn't go straight to the cops that y'all already talked to. He walks around, waits a minute, until he sees somebody specific and kind of flags them down. There's a quick exchange.
She is doing walk unnoticed this whole time, just so you know.
So there's a quick exchange of, in Dutch, which is it's essentially him asking calling this one officer by name, and hey, be a pal, I need to slip back in there for just a minute. And it's the whole, I'm not really supposed to, but he ends up slipping past this guy without any trouble.
Sasha will follow.
And of course, nobody notices you. You get inside, there's the classic chalk outline. They appear to have already removed the body.
Any ghosts hanging out where the body would have been?
You do not see any, no. Not everybody leaves behind one.
Yeah. Well, it's worth a check.
So he's like, he's talking real quiet to you because there's people around, so he doesn't want to come off like a loon. So you can see spooks.
Within reason, if they wish to be seen or they haven't left.
Be right back. Phone call, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You see anybody around?
No, which, well, it's not odd if the person didn't have any regrets in life, but if the death was sudden, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, some people leave ghosts, some don't. Would Sasha know if, that's unusual for someone that was killed suddenly? Considering it was a murder?
If they didn't have any particularly huge regrets about their life in general and never saw it coming, it's not particularly common that they would leave somebody behind.
Okay.
I mean, there's no hard, fast rules, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And she'll kind of relay that.
Yeah. So if it had been somebody, somebody's husband had walked in and shot him, and they knew it, they saw it coming, then the betrayal might cause them to linger around.
Yes. Some kind of regret or trauma. Like emotional trauma.
Huh, neat. I mean, awful, but interesting.
It's a thing, most definitely. Freed all of Pompeii, though, so no.
Not to brag.
Not to brag here, but I ruined Sharon's evening.
Yeah, you did.
He had a Red Bull. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, he knew it was coming at some point. He's just like,
did he have wings?
No, that would be hilarious. Like, just kind of take a note, double check everything, make sure there's nothing pinging as magical or anything like that.
Oh, let's see.
No.
I mean, his spear, of course.
Yeah.
There is a slight lingering something in the area.
Is it related? It's not related to death or spirits.
It
It is more a like passage to the underworld or anything like that.
Not a passage to the underworld. It's like something was done here.
Like a ritual?
Possibly. It's it's fading quick. It's not real powerful. It's not like the area, is just inherently divine or magical in nature. But it's like maybe the area was magical very briefly.
Okay. Well, she'll look over. Did yourself or the sign of Bridget perform any kind of magic here?
Aline was her name. Aleen.
Did yourself or Aline perform any kind of magic?
No, I mean, not any more than just, us being us.
Is there anything I can roll to kind of get a read on it? That's like what, just even like in general, what it might have been, like the vaguest generalities.
Of what the magical event here might have been, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Give me an occult.
Intellect.
I don't know if it'd be intellect. I'm seeing this as more of a finesse thing, so I'd use your cunning.
Okay, even better. I say that right before the dice screw me. Oh, no, that's not bad. 4 success, 5 success because she's carrying the Kopesh.
Somebody did tap into an underworld here in some way. Or at least the powers of an underworld. You can't be 100% sure, but you almost wonder if whoever did this killing didn't also do something, or maybe have something on them that like immediately banished the spirit.
Oh, fun. Okay. Okay. They have no idea who did this. Even with all of the people here, they didn't catch him or her, them.
He goes, my buddy out there is just one of the officers, containing the scene. He's not one of the investigators, so he didn't know nothing. Okay. I don't really have close contacts with any of the rest of these guys.
Be aware it's possibly a Scion, or someone that can tap into supernatural powers.
There's not a ton of us in Antwerp. It's awful weird that such a big group of us were going to meet here. Then he stops. Wait, you mean the victim or the potential murderer?
The potential murderer. The magic, it's similar to my own in that it taps some into the underworld or the, ghosts and spirits. If a ghost had been here, it's possible that the magic could have banished it.
So whoever did the killing didn't want their victim talking to anybody.
Well, while I can talk to the ghosts, they can't tell me much up to where they die. They can't tell me how they were killed most of the time.
Maybe Aline was right to Blame my word. Maybe she was right, or maybe she was right to be a little worried about this and go to ground. Well, let's get out of here and let these guys do their work, unless there's something else you think you can do.
No, let's go ahead and leave.
I have a couple more as y'all walk out. I've got a couple more contacts with the police around here that aren't, they're not directly involved in working this scene, but they might be able to slip me some info once everything's been filed. Maybe we can at least find out who the victim was.
Kind of nods.
Do what now?
She just nods. She's like, great.
He walks you back over to where the rest of the guys are. You fill everybody in on what's going on. Jack tells you it'll probably be, he's going to go start working his contacts. Of course, they're still working the scene, so it may be afternoon or early evening before he gets anything.
Of course. If there's anything we can do in assistance. We don't really have anything more pressing.
Yeah, just keep your heads down. Hopefully this is just a terrible coincidence, but yeah, it's not. We all know how these things go.
It could have just been a chimera or something, but yeah.
It's something aiming at us or something we're going to get drug into, because we just happen to be in the area.
Yep. Great.
Maybe I'll get a drink before I head to the police station.
Hurt. I'm sure it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
He shrugged his shoulders. With the Irish stereotype, nobody looks at me funny if I drink a little early. And he kind of gives the rest of y'all a nod and heads off. Alright, y'all got anything y'all going to do during the day?
Screw it, let's find some waffles.
There are other breakfast and brunch places around.
We're getting waffles.
No death of some stranger shall stop us.
Can't talk to them, there's no ghost, and there's literally nothing we can do. We have no contacts in the police.
Nope, you do not. So you get your waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little spot. You have a good meal. It's a toss-up who eats more. Samuel
Okay,
or
I'm
Connie.
back. What did I miss?
All right, what was the last thing you heard?
That she was, she had, walk unnoticed or whatever, and the guy was talking to the guy he was looking for in Dutch, and that's all I know, because then my mother called me.
Okay. So, Jack and Sasha had walked in. She looked around, didn't see any spirits. There was some kind of magical effect in the area. Rolled pretty good on an occult roll. Figured out that it was something tapping into the underworld. Quite possibly to intentionally banish any spirits in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's theory being whoever killed this person didn't want this person talking to anybody.
Understandable.
So now they're worried that that the killer was a Scion or some other kind of supernatural being.
Probably. Okay.
So Jack is going to spend the rest of the day talking to some other police contacts he's got to try to get some information on like who was killed, and basically going to see if he can get the case filed or whatever once they finish working the scene and actually file it. Probably call y'all or meet up with y'all, later in the afternoon. In the meantime, y'all all went and had waffles.
Hey.
Why let a murder interrupt brunch?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything about the murder at the moment.
So after brunch, what are y'all planning to do? How are y'all gonna pass the time?
It's a good question.
Were there any ghosts or shades or spirits visible anywhere else? Like, is there a noticeable lack in that area? I mean, just considering how old the area is.
A lot of old ghosts will fade over time. Places like Pompeii, stuff was, just so effed up. But if you wander around, you'd see some here or there in various period clothings. Not sure how to pronounce the river that runs through the city, but you see some, you see some walking on the shore of the river. There's of course old graveyards around, and in old graveyards, there's always a few spirits wandering around. Some of them aren't real lucid anymore, but
she doesn't go and talk to anyone. She was just seeing if there was a noticeable gap.
Right in the immediate area around this restaurant, you don't see any. But there's not like a graveyard in the immediate area, or
There's no reason for there to have been one, aside from
Murder.
Aside from murder.
Murder.
Mm-hmm.
So since they're souvenirs, they're not really. They're just with the group right now. They're not really.
So after brunch,
They're here to
the group basically goes on a leisurely little stroll as Sasha goes around looking for ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she doesn't come out and say, "Yeah, I'm going ghost hunting." She's as they're walking around.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters Olympus.
There is an old Ghostbusters RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I think it was one of the first ones West End Games did. I hear great things about the system. So yeah, not a lot of ghosts. You're walking along the river. You see a little commotion up ahead. People laughing. This sounds more like a happy commotion. People are snapping pictures. You gotta quit posting pictures of weird statues. All right.
It's in Antwerp.
Well, at least that one's city accurate then. Looks like the statue's about to teabag somebody. But
looks like the work of an enemy stand.
They've always existed.
It's a mythological giant who terrorized Antwerp during the medieval time.
But people they're taking pictures. There's like a little pot of seals.
That's why you posted the pet the seal thing.
Yes, they were going to be seals because there are seals.
None of them are selkies, are they?
They're excited because they're not you don't usually have seals this far down the river. Though it's actually a thing over there right now that you do because the river's cleaner than it has been since the shutdown last year.
Amazing what happens when a year of people not showing up happens.
But true. But you also had some of those resort getaways where the monkeys were literally fighting each other in the streets over whatever food they could find because there weren't people there to feed them. Anyway, sidetrack. So yeah, you see people snapping pictures of the seals. You know, nobody's dumb enough to walk and try to pet them because, you know, wild animals.
And then we come along.
And we are dumb enough to walk up and pet them.
What's the worst that can happen?
The seal can bite you.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
So anyway, you see this pod of seals. If you want to be dumb enough to walk up and try to pet them, you know, feel free.
Yeah, Sasha. Do you want to be dumb enough to pet them?
You're talking to the person that has a pet crocodile, essentially. The head is a crocodile.
Uh-huh.
The mouth and teeth are a crocodile.
Like, none of them ping anything magical, right?
I know I ask this every time you use that ability, but do you detect magical people? Or is it just
No,
items and areas?
But if it is a Selkie, wouldn't their coat be considered magical? The skin?
Depends if you would consider it part of them or not.
It can be separated, so it would be a separate item.
Yeah, some creatures can take their heads off.
That would be magical.
That would indeed be magical.
Well, yeah, but y'all are magical. Y'all don't show up, but your gear does. But to answer your question, yes, one of the silkies is definitely, I mean, seals is definitely something.
Silkies. What a good pun.
Not all of them. The rest, I mean, it's a pod of seals. There's just one magical something in amongst them.
She'll pass on that. She'll point out the one that's like, hey, Selkie.
You literally point at it?
Well, like to the group and just kind of nod at the one. Selkie, potentially.
What's a Selkie?
It's actually the largest one.
It's, me trying to think of a good way to describe this. Basically, it's a seal. It's a creature or spirit that can assume the form of a seal, but can also be a human. Usually women, but can go either way. They'll sometimes get their seal skins stolen. And
why?
Because people are jerks.
People are jerks.
And they'll kind of be manipulated by the person that kept the seal skin. It's a horrible thing, but yeah.
Clarice like kind of puts their head down and looks at all of them. It's like seals to me.
How close do you get when you do that?
Just a little, just like just kind of close. I'm not like up in its belly or something.
You're up where everybody else is, but they're taking pictures of it, not like up in their face.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kneel down and look. A couple of them, including the one that she's saying is magical. You know, they turn their head kind of towards you.
Hi. I have my camera in one hand. I'm like, hi there. How you doing, guys? Girls, whatever. Not here to judge. Just saying hi. Just every now and again. No flash because I'm respectful and because my camera works better without a flash.
It's also day, so you know. It's a nice, bright, clear day.
Got some solid golden hour action going on.
But yeah, they just seem to be sunning themselves for a while. What's that now?
Can I pet one of you? Is that okay?
Well, they don't answer you.
Okay. they don't seem to be like they don't seem to do like one of those like numbers of like the roll around or whatever.
They don't seem to be particularly skittish about any of the people around them.
Sure.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna like outwardly like whoosh. But if I start putting my hand out, one of them's not gonna start growling or anything, right?
One of them kind of skitters a little bit away from you.
Sure. Okay, that's fair. Okay. No-
The bigger one
no
doesn't seem
harm.
to care, but
Just checking, guys. Y'all have a good day. You guys look really cute. Let me take one last picture of the four of them. That's good content. And they walk off.
A couple of the people in the group were watching you close and had their cameras like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a video of this guy getting bit."
Good thing I can read the hearts and minds of everybody.
Mm.
But so yeah, y'all walk around looking for ghosts as long as Sasha wants to.
Mostly it's just like as they walk around, just in general, looking. She's not like going on ghost tour.
Yeah, there's a few historic sites in the town. You pass by a couple of museums.
Want to see a weird statue?
Yeah, that statue's a thing, and there's a castle back behind it. So,
It was a titan.
pardon.
The group as they're walking, it was a giant. So do you think it might have been like a titan or a primordial or something like that?
Sam was like, probably a titan spawn at best.
Did you meet him?
He goes, giants are a thing in every culture.
Mm.
He goes, they're usually just bad because anybody bigger and stronger was bad if you were the smaller, weaker guy.
Yeah.
So that afternoon, around 3 or 4, you get a call from Jack. I've got some information. You want to do this over the phone, or should we meet up somewhere?
Whichever you think is safer.
I mean, if we meet up again, are we just gonna have more police tape?
Well, I figured I'd just come to your hotel.
That works as well.
Hope the hotel doesn't get shot up while you're on the way.
Don't speak that evil into existence.
Just looks over to Larry. It's like, come on.
It's happened once already.
And so, Telarius, fate binds the hotel to get shot up.
I mean, you joke, but that is a thing.
But
About
Back to
not
the
fighting
hotel?
the seals now. Yeah, we can meet at the hotel.
Do you want to try to talk to the seals or something? They're nice.
Over the phone, before he hangs up, she's gonna ask, are the Selkies common in this region?
they're not unheard of. I mean, we have seal. Anywhere you have seals, you can potentially have silkies.
Okay.
And despite all the legends of them drowning people, that's not something they really spend all day doing.
Of course, you can't spend the whole day drowning people.
Excuse me.
Only some of the day.
Some of them sailors probably deserved it.
It's true.
Most likely. So, I mean, last chance before we, skedaddle.
No, Jack's good as far as seals go. What hotel are y'all staying at?
I love
Is that you asking or him asking?
Oh, it's him asking.
He checked us in there and dropped us off there.
Oh, yeah.
Sasha's gonna be like, wait a minute. Are you a pod person?
And then you just hear screeching through the phone.
You're right, it is gonna get shot up.
Does Sasha make a comment about that?
If he's asking that in character,
Yes, he is.
the same hotel that you dropped us off at.
Oh, right. Sorry, long day. All right, I'll be there shortly.
Like, is insight check a thing?
Technically.
Let's see here. If you're going to be that suspicious of somebody that's just had a long day.
Uh-huh.
Someone got murdered at the Belgian Waffle House.
Probably empathy or...
Oh, God. So, no dice
empathy
there.
or subterfuge. I don't know if subterfuge is used to detect. Though.
How better to detect a liar than to be a liar?
Yeah, she's good at that shit.
Yeah, but you get a lot of... If you're a liar, you get a lot of false positives. Untrustworthy people are not trusting. Are not very trusting.
You can trust them to be untrustworthy, though.
You trust them to trust them.
No, I'm saying they don't trust other people. Because they assume if they're scum, so is everybody else. Otherwise, they'd have to admit to themselves that they're bad people.
Well, but also subterfuge is like just subtleties. It's not necessarily just lying.
Let's see. Empathy allows characters to work out the motivations and emotions of those they interact with. So yes, it'd be empathy.
Okay.
Damn. Empathy and...
I don't know. Manipulation, I guess. Or manipulation or presence. Either one of those. I'd probably go with manipulation.
Did you have the phone on to where we could all hear it?
Yeah.
Then could I also get in on that roll?
Don't make roll stacking a thing. But yes,
I'm not trying to roll stack. That's my thing.
But yeah,
that's my thing.
If you were listening to it, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sasha would just like be squinty eyeing the phone at that point because it's a weird. To her, it's weird to not remember where you left us.
Mm-hmm. After one day.
Not even a full day.
One success.
It's true.
We're both like, maybe it was a long day.
Alright, so everybody got one success. He sounds tired.
Okay.
So anyway, before he hangs up, he tells you, he'll be there as quick as he can.
Travel safe.
And it's like, 45 minutes later or so, he shows up.
Before he shows up. Okay, if he shows up without a spear, we know it's not him.
I don't think somebody who can clone them is that stupid.
Like I said, 45 minutes later, knock at the door.
Let's open it up. Hello?
It's Jack. Hey again.
Does he have a spear?
He has a spear.
All right.
It's propped against the same shoulder it's always propped against. And if you step back from the door, he strolls on in. Alright, I got some information. Ooh, but his eyes light up when he sees the wet bar.
By all means. And as he turns his back from me, I'm going to activate Nothing But the Truth.
Can you post that in the chat?
Of course. It is there. If it is somebody who is going to resist it, there is a resistance to it.
All right. What is the resistance roll? Should he happen to need to make one?
Should he have to need one, it is his presence in legend versus my manipulation in legend.
Oh yeah. Before we get any further, I forgot to get y'all's.
We're at 5, unless y'all spent any last session.
We're at 2.
Yeah.
2. Okay,
They're at 2. I'm at 4
gotcha.
because everybody spent some last session.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's my 4. And y'all's 2. Alright, so you said his legend.
And presence versus my manipulation.
Okay.
Well, hold on. It says presence in legend versus manipulation in legend. So I'm not sure which order that is. I'm assuming presence in legend is mine, or the manipulation in legend is mine. I'm not sure.
I think it's usually the casters first.
The casters is first. Okay, then yeah, my presence in legend.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and give me a roll.
All right, I'm gonna use subterfuge because it is at 3. And I'm gonna spend our momentum if that is okay with everybody here.
Work for me.
How much are you spending?
2, both of it.
Alright, you're spending 2 momentum.
Hey, an XP.
Yep.
And I am spending 2 tension.
I got nothing.
So we got momentum back.
Kills the man.
This
Well,
kills
is that
me. I am not. It wouldn't be because it would be presence in legend. I'm using subterfuge because subterfuge had 3 points in legend.
Okay.
Or 3 points. So no, but it would be 1 point back.
Yep.
Okay, so how many successes did you have, Deca?
0.
Alright, what's this one? Oh, that's the empathy roll. Okay, I see now.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes. You flubbed a roll, you get a tension back. Or get a momentum back.
Completely botched that shit.
Do
Just
you
like-
get an extra one back for burning momentum and still failing?
I don't
Somebody-
think so.
I mean, you can house rule it.
No, that's quite
Yeah.
alright.
God.
Alright. So yeah, he goes back there, he pours himself up a drink.
Okay.
You know. Vodka in a little shot glass, mixes some other stuff in it, throws that back and does it again.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I
That
see you
long
had
a
a long
day,
day.
huh?
Yeah, well.
The day that long or the news that bad?
Probably both.
So the woman that was killed, was named Ida. Shoot, I didn't look up any Dutch last names.
Minute, I'm googling this.
Oh.
It's
Fair
not
enough.
terribly important, but anyway, her name was Ida. Married, mother of 2.
Albert's is Dutch.
Pardon?
Albert's work.
Albert's then. Apparently, she has breakfast or brunch there fairly regularly. The eyewitnesses just say that that they hadn't really even noticed anybody approach her, and suddenly she was stabbed. It didn't really even cry out, just sort of gasped and fell over. The attackers were wielding knives, and immediately ran out.
Killier.
Police were called, etc., etc. So far, they've got nothing as far as why anybody would want to do this to her. Her husband was a manager at a local shop. She did some tutoring, on the side in like mathematics and language. They're grasping at they're not grasping at straws, but they're drawing a blank as to right now they're just writing this off as a random assault. It's you got the community a bit shook up. The country in general is a relatively peaceful place. This is not normal. I mean, you get some stuff in a big city regardless, but this was in a nice neighborhood, just brazenly middle of the day. Where it gets where I think it relates to us. He reaches into, pulls out like a printout, shows you it's like a black and white printout of a woman's photo. A little hard to tell with this, but blonde lady. I know you haven't met Aline yet, but superficially there's a fair resemblance there. They're about the same build. Aline's probably a smidge taller than this woman, but sitting down, it wouldn't be something you'd notice.
So it's family.
Pardon?
So it's family.
Or it was a hit that was done
Meant for somebody.
poorly.
Jack is taking a swig and points at Connor. That's my theory, anyway.
I've dealt with it plenty of times back home. In my earlier years, that happened a lot.
Hey, you killed a lot of the wrong people?
Yes and no. Watched it happen. Done it once or twice.
You, my friend, must have a checkered background.
I don't think we have enough time to get into it.
You really
Fair.
Considering the magic used to banish the soul, or the ghost, it's possible even more so that it was a hit that went bad. Or went wrong.
Because they probably didn't want they didn't want anybody to be able to speak to her. Or they specifically knew that you lot were coming and they know what you can do.
Which is a problem in and of itself.
And we get our own private jet. Tillers just rolls their eyes.
Yeah. I asked Mom for some conveyance one time. She gave me a chariot.
Some chariots can fly. I'm guessing not that one, though. Okay.
I never tried to fly in it. I may have to go dig that thing out of storage.
Spinners on it or something. I don't know.
Look, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, your folks used chariots too, didn't they?
Yep. Vinny, don't put your
Actually,
head in the back.
the Romans kept chariots around a lot longer than anybody else, but only for racing.
Do we attempt to find this? Was there any like surveillance footage or anything of the attackers?
No. There's a little bit of CCTV out on the street, but nothing that picked them up going in. And there isn't any. There weren't any cameras in the shop itself. I know this is gonna be inconvenient to you, but I've spoken with Aline, and yeah, she's not real hyped to meet with y'all after all this.
If we can find this person, bring them to justice, would she feel differently then?
Like I told you before, she's a little high strung, but I mean, I'd certainly be willing to ask her.
You know where she is?
I know how to
Or
get
do
in
you just-
I know how to get in contact with her.
So you just know how to call her. You don't know where she lives.
If someone
I know
says
where
her
she
head-
usually makes her residence. I don't know where she's gone to. You know, she's hiding at the moment, so I don't know exactly where. No,
Sure. Okay.
I mean, I know her fairly well. We're not like close confidants. You know, we've worked together a few times.
Okay.
He goes and makes himself up a third drink. Yeah, y'all want anything?
I'm good.
By all means, take as many as you'd like.
We
You're a
didn't
good
pay
host.
for this room, you paid for it.
Oh, you know, only the best for visitors.
Well, she didn't say that out loud.
Oh, okay.
She's like, the wet bar gets billed to the person. Okay, yeah, go for it, man. Oh.
So it's like, yeah, you know, detective work ain't usually my thing. So if you know, if y'all have any idea where to go from here, I'm all ears.
Me looking through Nax to impersonate.
Me just naturally a shapeshifter.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious is like, well, do you know anybody who might be targeting Eileen?
Well, I mean, she's been active for a while, but she focuses more on healing. She kind of took after her mother in that regard.
Sure. Who would want to take out a healer?
Well, I mean,
Assholes, but
I mean,
like,
our people have enemies. The Fomorians are still running around. They've actually been more active the last few years. I mean, pretty much like your Titans, and you know, there's just an undercurrent of kind of unrest.
Any signs of a patron of death that would potentially have something against her?
That's possible, I suppose, but nothing that I know about.
So it's probably tying back to us. Fantastic.
is there another group around here that kind of like hodgepodges together different Scion abilities into one really shitty version of it?
He just kind of blinks at you. What?
If it's coming after, if it's after us, then it's usually the thing that's been the pattern with us. That things that come after us has been people who are envious of Scion abilities and kind of hodgepodge it together. They take abilities and just kind of like stick them together or make a shitty pact with some, I don't know, elemental entity.
Weird.
That's why I'm saying the sooner we get this situated, the better. They can be out of your hair and you don't have to worry about it.
He goes, oh, like there's a group in and around Europe calls itself the Circle of the Impious. I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have as well.
Yep, we have as well. They tried to come to America.
Really?
They're the reason we're here.
Huh. I thought they were usually non-violent, though.
This was an offshoot. There's a buzzing that goes on at the rest of the group's phones, and they can look at that. There's a text message that Tillarius is sending with their ability to do so without having to touch their phone.
What does this message say?
Didn't we tell them about the Circle of Impious?
We did. On the ride to the hotel. Sasha just like text back. Maybe he's had more than the 3 drinks.
At any rate, I think it's best to just. There's been a lot of information at once. Maybe it's best that we just, everyone cool off, take a rest, hit it again stronger in the morning.
Do you think... She looks over at Tillarius. The 2 of us have the ability to change our appearance to a certain extent. Do you think this murderer may try again?
Well, I'm sure if they could get a shot at Aline, they would. Of course, if they can't find her, they might come after you directly if you're kind of the trigger for all this. Obviously, one non-combatant healer would be easier to take out than a 5-person team.
This is the part that's bugging me, is what the hell is whatever is after us' problem with just wanting to help a pair of mortal grandparents?
Oh, don't worry, I've been thinking of that a lot too.
It's like, we're literally not even here to mess with anything.
Yeah, maybe they're coming after you because you're, away from your home base or whatever. They think you'll be more vulnerable. I mean, tactically speaking, that's the sort of thing I would do.
Oh, they're in for a rough time if that's what they believe.
They're extremely wrong, but they're welcome to try.
Perhaps we give them that opportunity.
But don't you have isn't there another band at home? Maybe they want to hit you somewhere where you don't have backup.
Never really
We
used them anyway.
don't really do missions together like that with them.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
We're not close.
Another text. We definitely didn't tell them about that.
I haven't been to the States, so I don't know.
No, we told them about the other.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
No, we
I would think it came up that there was another band, but
Okay.
and 2 bands probably with the city that's probably made some international news just on its own. Never mind him being part of the community.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, if y'all want to hit it up tomorrow, I can swing by here in the morning and we can spend a full day at it.
That sounds good.
Give me the rest of the evening to go do some real drinking.
Yeah, by all means, go
enjoy.
get some. Yeah. It's gonna be a long day, so maybe you hit that as long as you need to. Be safe. Don't do anything too untoward.
No.
Take care.
Yeah. Keep your doors locked. Don't let strangers in. He steps out.
Immediately locks the door as he exits. I'm gonna keep texting the group and be like, "We should probably talk about that when he's out of earshot."
The door's closed, so.
Yeah, but he's, people can go like this to the door.
Sasha goes over, opens the door.
There's nobody sitting there with their ear to the door. That you
Close-
see.
Lock the door.
That you see.
Mm-mm.
Well, any guesses as to what's going on?
I don't know.
Same.
Would I know if there's resistance to my abilities as I use them?
No, I don't think so.
Because I feel like clashing would be like maybe it wouldn't work. I would know it. Maybe not necessarily that it didn't work, but like it didn't work as well as I intended.
Yeah, but that's really more of how good a liar are they. You
Sure.
know, how much
Okay.
force are you putting on them, you know.
Okay.
In my mind, it'd be like, you know, playing D&D and arguing that detect magic should show you invisible people. Well, no, it's not how that's intended
Invisibility
to
is a spell.
go.
Ring that gives you an invisibility.
See the ring floating around.
But,
Okay.
Us can make ourselves appear like their healer. See if that draws anyone out.
I can try. Do we still have the picture?
yeah, I think he left it, you know, he showed it to you and laid it down on the bar as he's doing his drinks. He left it there.
Sure. Okay. And that would be enough for me to like. Yeah, I think I can pull this off.
I can keep myself from getting shot, though, if need be. If they want to try something long range.
I cannot.
So you're going to try to alter your appearance to look like her?
It's more of a like a makeover.
You
They just
realize
pull
there'll be
out,
some
like-
difficulty because it's a black and, you know, it's like somebody took a photograph and Xeroxed it.
Sure, but he
So,
also like
skin
described
tone
how
and stuff
she.
like that you couldn't get.
Sure.
Hmm,
He also
good.
described how she looks.
I'm sure one of the two of them, considering she does like teaching and probably has grandchildren and stuff like that, has a Facebook of some kind. And a town this small just probably made some kind of news, and they probably have some kind of generic headshot of her.
Okay, so you're going to poke around on the internet?
Sure.
Alright, Talaris, give me a tech roll.
Because we know Sasha's is crap.
Sasha's just there to translate any of the Dutch that doesn't auto-translate.
Yeah.
Oh, we got us a
technology.
follow.
Ooh.
Jay
yes.
Speaks 97.
Welcome aboard.
Hello, hello.
To the party.
Thank you for your
We've
follow.
got-
We appreciate it.
Waffles.
Yes, we do.
Tech and what would you like? Go with it.
Let's see.
Just intellect, just to know like what to search.
It's I'm thinking either intellect or cunning here.
Yeah, we'll go intellect.
Intellect. This will, however, trigger my one of my specialties in technology. 4 successes because I have technological tracker. I'm good
we
at
got-
finding people.
We got people in the chat too. Yes, this is a modern setting.
Yes.
Scion is a game of basically modern day demigods.
Yeah.
The characters are descended from your traditional deity, you know, mythological deities, but it's all running around in the modern day.
It's an AU where the pandemic just never happened.
Well, it's also a world where
good
everybody
time.
kind of knows the old gods are running around, and you know everybody knows Scions are present.
Yep.
It's almost got a superhero vibe to it.
Pretty superhero-y.
Almost.
But yeah, that is 4 successes with my technological tracker skill.
Yes, you pull up several local news articles and whatnot. Uh, oh. But you don't find. I mean, the murder here in town, that's a big deal. That's all the local news sources, are talking about that. But you don't find any reference to a woman being murdered.
We do know her name, though.
Yes, Ida Alberts.
Could we like check Facebook or MySpace
Yeah.
or?
You find 2 or 3 people with that name, but none of them match the description he gave you or the picture.
Just for funsies, what about Eileen? Just checking social media for that.
Well, you only had her first name, so that first name comes up a few times. It's not an
Yeah,
uncommon name
sure,
in
sure.
Belgium.
Eileen.
But so like I said, nothing comes up about a woman being murdered. Though I mean, the murder at the waffle place, is news. The police have not identified the person murdered, but they have said it's a man. It was a man.
Man that was murdered?
All the articles you find are about a man being murdered at the breakfast shop.
At the bar, at the breakfast, at the time.
Yeah, the time matches up to when y'all were there. Everything matches up except, according to the news articles, it was a dude.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't, the police have not released his name. They're trying to find, trying to contact family or whatever.
I'll look at Sasha and go, not great at Dutch, but that's male, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to, where would they hold bodies? Would it be the same places like
A morgue, but I don't think we can.
we can't. You can.
Yeah.
Now, Sasha, as you're reading the full article, you get the they have printed some of the eyewitness reports. They've interviewed some people that were in there, and 3 assailants just seem to have appeared out of nowhere, stabbed the man in the back. I think 3 was what he had told you had showed up. Stabbed the dude in the back. And then grabbed the woman he was sitting with and drug her out the back.
Guys, I'm just throwing this theory out there. Could they have killed... Oh god, I forgot Spearman's name.
Jack.
Could they have killed Jack and taken Eileen?
It's a good theory.
It's entirely possible. How many things did he say that he forgot that we already told him about?
At least 2.
He was drinking a lot as well.
He's drinking a lot, which is weird. He drove us there and he had no recollection of that. And then we did tell him about the Circle of the Impious. That's 3.
Right.
This very much like a trap.
Yeah.
The trap we have to walk into, which is becoming more and more common. Don't like it.
Yeah,
it's just the quickest way to spring a trap.
Just throw your body onto the grenade. Directly onto the grenade.
Worked in Vampire.
Connor, I'm fine. What are you talking about? It works for me.
Throw your body onto the grenade and then throw a car. This will be fine. Do we continue as if we have no suspicions?
I mean, we're gonna have to.
We can't have him know that we know, because then he might do something different, bit more. Let's just act like we don't know.
Hmm.
But definitely be very aware of him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Question: did the spear read any different from the airport to like when he came in?
No, I
'Cause
mean,
there's-
she showed up magical.
Okay, because there's some that like will only respond to like the person they are like birthright to.
Hmm.
Well, shit.
Well, hey.
Part of me almost wants to go bug the Selkie again, but
Go
don't know how much
check.
help. Well, Sasha would probably know that like Selkies are related to like the Fae and stuff like that. That would give visions and stuff like that. They're related
Mhm.
to.
They're
The
certainly part of the
magic.
supernatural community, as it were.
Yeah.
Gonna go back and pet the seals?
We can go for a walk, see if they're still there.
Sure.
We might as well. It's
I'll go with you.
yeah.
Let's
Anybody else
all
want to go? Find some food.
Mhm.
Don't know room service.
It's a nice place. They've got a full menu of their room service.
Still. How often are we going to get to visit Belgium and possibly be murdered in Belgium?
Well, the last part probably as many times as you show up in Belgium, but
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
as far as that first part, I have no idea how many times you'll show up here.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, let's go see if the Selkies are still about, or the Selkie, the singular Selkie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so y'all head back out. It's been hours, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Sun's still up. It's not dark yet. It was mid-afternoon, I guess, when Jack showed up to talk to you. You head back out. You get to the
Sun's
spot
up,
where the
it's in
seals
the
were.
60s.
They seem to have cleared out.
Mm-hmm.
But Sasha, you notice one guy kind of standing around, and he's definitely got something magical on him.
I'd hoped to see the seals again. I didn't get a good picture with them.
Hilarious right there. I told you if you just came with me, you would have gotten a good picture.
I didn't feel like getting bitten.
They don't bite you if you don't put your hand out towards them. We're having this conversation like right next to the person.
Oh yeah, like looks over at the gentleman and like
he's kind of he's not like trying to stare, but he's clearly kind of looking over at you.
looks over and
I mean, like you do if some people were standing like right next to you, having some
Mhm.
conversation, possibly in a language you don't understand.
in Dutch she'll look over and be like, "Know where the seals went?"
Probably back in the river.
Yes.
Well, it settles that.
Yeah, probably to do some more hunting. It's unusual to see a group of them this far down the river.
Not all seals are seals, though.
He smirks just a little bit. That's true. Not all people are what they appear to be.
True. Where's the magical? Does she get a vibe of like where the magical item is, like in a pocket or like size of it or anything?
It seems
Glistening
to
on
be
their
tucked
skin.
up under the coat he's wearing.
Like a second skin, perhaps.
We'll
Or like he's got
carry their
another
secret.
coat kind of folded up and just stuffed up under his arm. I mean, the rest of you can see that he's got something stuffed under his arm.
Sure.
But, whether it's a satchel or, whatever, you don't know.
It says, and some people carry their secrets with them.
Oh, do you have a secret you'd like to share?
No, but the one you are trying to conceal under your coat is very curious.
Everyone has the right to their secrets.
A secret for a secret, then.
Then in English he says, "You show me yours."
Huh?
Pulls
I'm
out
sorry?
a khopesh, like out from under a coat.
He looks a little startled for a second because you whipped out a weapon. It's like, oh, okay.
No, you've like drawn it on. I'm like, just,
Just sort of flashes it.
So, hilarious as he says, "Show me yours, and I'll show you mine." I'm like, I'm sorry?
No, not like that.
I mean, unless you want to.
I'm going to
He
take
says
a
as he
pass. I
pulls
don't-
out. It looks like a. For a second, it's almost like it's a seal motif hoodie. And then when you get a better look at it, it's obviously a real seal skin.
I like the idea that it's a hoodie.
But it's still kind of done. It's still the I guess you'd say the cut of it is still kind of like a hoodie. It's a seal skin, but tailored like something modern.
Is this the impression that this person like straight up murdered a Selkie, or is this person actually a Selkie?
What? Holding it for someone.
I don't know that you know enough about Sookies to really know. It's not
No, I
like
know.
dripping blood or anything. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
No.
and yeah, it looks very much like what you were seeing on the seal earlier.
Were you here earlier, or are you holding this for someone?
No, that was me earlier.
Very convincing seal.
Yeah, I've had a lot of practice. And we usually travel with seals to blend in. So.
Andy.
I mean, at least
I
around
guess-
here where you don't have a lot of people hunting seals.
Yeah. Wouldn't suggest it, like, out in the wild.
No.
But, yeah, in cities it should be fine. Anyways, May I ask you a few questions about the area?
But sure. If you get too personal, I'll just, tell you I ain't answering.
Not answer. Yeah. She's gonna kind of like side-eye Hilarious. Is this guy still speaking in English?
Oh, yes. And he's got that kind of nondescript look like he could be from anywhere in Europe.
Just looks over at Hilarious like she wishes she could like do some kind of technology thing, but like she's trying to like very much be like, hey, zone of truth or something here. Okay, no. If Hilarious doesn't catch on, she's just gonna ask.
Connor's just. I will say Connor's keeping an eye out, just in case they get ambushed.
Connor clone babysitting the animal still.
Yeah. Unless we brought the animals.
That'd be more. Sasha wouldn't have brought Smoochums because he'd stick out a bit. Okay.
Gotcha.
The merger that occurred recently, we've heard conflicting information. I'm not sure if it is a language barrier or something else.
Well, he's been kind of playful up to this point. Now he looks a little morose. Yeah, I think some of the Fomorians got Jack.
Well,
Well, that was straight to the point.
That cuts out about 15 more questions.
Yeah.
So the Jack that met us is a for clone?
Fomorians can shapeshift.
Some of them.
Oh,
They're
that
pretty
one-
diverse. I mean, some of them are basically critters on a level like me, and then some of them are basically gods.
Well, we had a Jack drive us to the hotel that he made reservations for and paid for us.
Yeah,
And
he had talked to me after
then-
he dropped y'all off. We kind of worked
and
together.
then sure. And then there was a Jack that met us later that had no recollection of that.
Yeah,
And then said the same thing twice about the Circle of the Impious.
the last I saw of Jack, he had texted me, let me know he was picking up Aline. She's another part. No, she's another member of our band.
Mhm.
Of course.
But they were going to breakfast, and the next thing I heard is there'd been a murder there, and it didn't take me too long to put two and two together. Now I can't get in touch with him.
Did with us, supposedly.
Just not returning calls.
Or text.
Oh. Then, depending on the amount of revenge your band wishes to take, we may have an opportunity.
Well, we weren't a large band. It was just the three of us.
The amount of revenge you wish to take, and perhaps find Eileen. Is it Eileen or Eileen?
Aleen. Aline is
Aline.
I assume how you say it. Oh, by the way, I'm Bill. He offers hands.
Shakes his hand.
Is it clammy?
Is it webbed?
No.
Horn beharing, you
He
get
is in
flippant.
human form when he has his sealskin off.
Sure.
And he has folded it back up and tucked it back under his arm while he's talking to you.
Yeah, just checking if it's clammy or not. Just shakes it.
No, not particularly.
There's a difference between human hands are clammy sometimes too.
Steely.
Ah.
Okay. We're scheduled to meet up with Jack tomorrow to try to draw the others out that had attacked.
If you can give me a good look or a good description of Eileen, I can kind of look like her.
He pulls out his phone and pulls out some pictures, and it's him, her, and Jack like sitting around in a bar, selfies at a bar.
Yeah. If they're targeting Eileen, then I can just look like her.
Well, she should have been with him at breakfast, and there's one of the news reports said something about they didn't identify Jack, of course, but that his companion was drug out.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about what we
Oh,
found.
wait, that would be kind of trying to look like someone that has already been captured. They would know we're fake.
He goes, yep. He has y'all fill him in on the exact story that fake Jack had been telling you.
Yeah.
They said that's what really happened. But if they said that it was somebody who looked like Aline, that's what fake Jack said, that it was someone who looked like Aline. So I can go along with it and be like, well, I'm still trying to look like Aline. To be bait for something that you don't need to be bait for.
Maybe draw the other ones out and.
So y'all's plan is to walk into this trap, with the awareness it's a trap.
It's our thing.
Actually.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at being fairly untrappable.
Yeah, Jack was always our frontline combatant. I mean, I'm good with a knife or a pistol or something, but
I'm sure having the Gabolg helps.
Do it now.
I'm sure having the Gabolg helps.
Was that what his spear was?
That's Jeremy saying that. That's not hilarious.
Oh.
Is there anyone else in town that might be able to assist with this? Any allies of your band?
Not really. I mean, there's a few of the fair folk around, but they don't like to get involved. To my knowledge, we were the only 3 Scions in the city. I mean, big town, people wander through all the time, but if we had a few days, I might be able to get somebody from, one of the other provinces or out of the country to swing by.
I don't know if we have that time. If they have her kidnapped, we don't know their intentions, considering they murdered and banished Jack's spirit.
Didn't want nobody talking to his ghost, huh?
Nope. They apparently knew we could do that.
Oh, you can talk to ghosts? Neat.
It's a little off-putting sometimes. She's just talking out in the air and like, huh? What?
That's not any worse than someone talking on one of those Bluetooth things.
But I know you don't have them.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, fair.
Because well, if they went to the trouble to take Aline instead of just killing her when they killed Jack, they must need her for something or want her for something. I mean, she is a talented healer.
Well, considering we need to meet with her.
Oh yeah, Jack had told me about that. When he had some grand folks got messed up, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone else Jack would have told?
Can't think of any
Or
reason he would have.
Other than those Fomorians of yours getting antsy the fact that another band showed up.
Now that could have, that could be it. Anytime a new band entire band rolls into town, there's some rumblings and grumblings. And the Fomorians have been more active around here of late.
Mm.
But it's been relatively small stuff. We haven't had too much trouble putting it down.
Right. So what I'm hearing is I'm probably going to be, to quote a certain fandom, initiating Exterminatus.
What fandom is that?
You've never seen Warhammer 40k?
no.
Bill smiles real
No.
big because Warhammer's, probably bigger in Europe than it is over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, those people are a little off-putting in the trade stores.
Bill's like, but they paint the little guy so nice.
They do, but they just have a presence about them. It's just never mind. Not the time.
We need to find better. We need to find better game stores, Hilarious.
All right, so what is y'all's plan?
Loop Bill into this somehow as far as knowledge of it, which we have.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Bill, you want to get involved in this?
There you go. You did it.
Oh yeah, if we can get these guys back for what they did to Jack, and more importantly, get Aline away from him. Yeah, I'm all in for that.
What?
Now, I ain't into suicide missions. Let me be frank with that.
there's us here. You're good. We've
Okay.
got a.
But yeah, I'll be happy
all
to
of us-
assist.
All of us here are down for the mission. What can you do?
Like I said, I'm good with a knife and a gun, and I can turn into a seal.
Let's try to get to the Wonder Twins very quickly.
Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a seal.
Mm.
I'm pretty stealthy. I was usually the scout.
Okay.
You know, Jack was our heavy hitter, and then Aline would patch us up.
If you were able to, I don't know, get reconnaissance.
I might be looking for him though as well,
It's true.
considering he is or you are the third person in this band.
Yeah, I've been a little concerned about that. It's why I've been staying here on the shore. So I
you
can duck
can leave
So I can
later.
duck into the water or back out of the water as needed.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, some of the Fomorians are, very at ease under the water.
You could come back with us.
Six
sure
times
they-
better than one.
I'm sure they'd have your spot under observation. But then I've got all you guys around me. Some of you look like you might be a little more, he looks at the Kopesh, might be a little more combat oriented.
Actually, I'm honestly not the most combat oriented one here. Kind of looks at like everybody else.
Looks at Robert and looks at
Looks at Robert,
Connor.
looks at Jaden, looks at Connor, looks at Hilarious.
Right,
I'm-
Hilarious is not combat
Robert
oriented.
just looks at like, what are you going on about? I'm a crafter.
What
I
about a
made
large
things.
gun?
This is my hammer!
Look, sometimes you can't always have the peaceful route, all right?
Yes, and your gun's about the size of your beard.
That's where he hides it. But yeah, Bill will go back to with y'all. So y'all get back to the
Alarmed by
hotel.
the giant animals or the clone.
He recognizes the Cerberus as Cerberus. Smoochums, though, he's like, what is that?
It's Smoochums. He's in a mooch. Egyptian.
Okay.
He really likes blood.
He's not that bloodthirsty.
I've seen him wade in blood. Like roll his back into it.
I mean,
Try to take a piece of someone's kidney.
he goes and like hugs Smoochum around the like middle and like nose, and it's like besmirching my fair child.
He is a precious fava bean. You leave him alone.
Exactly.
He can be precious and bloodthirsty. They're not mutually exclusive.
That's why he's mine.
And Spruce walks up and kind of sniffs Bill, and then tries to nose into where he's got the seal skin. Bill's kind of
Spruce is like, I could hunt this.
Jesus.
Jaden will of course call Spruce to her.
Not
we-
the Cerberus is not allowed to eat the new friend. Were we going to meet up with Jack, or was he going to come back here for us?
I don't recall. I believe he was just going to show back up here.
Mm-hmm.
May want to keep you out of sight once Jack returns, or in the morning one of us or she looks over at Connor. One of you could go with him to get him out of here.
I said there's 2 Connors in the room right now anyway, so.
Yeah, Bill would have made a comment about that. Oh, twins.
Something like that.
All right, so y'all make whatever plans. Bill tells you he doesn't have his supplies here, but he can do disguise. He can disguise himself to some degree if y'all need him to.
But we can get you to where your house is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say, he might need to go get his supplies.
How far away is it?
Oh, about a half-hour drive. I mean, it's here in town.
How strong is your stomach?
Pretty strong.
Clone Connor's like, well, you up for getting there in record time?
Sure.
He'll just pick the guy up and put him on his back and open the window. Like, well, hold on then.
Do you fly or something?
He'll activate Heavenly Stride.
You would just hear a what?
No, he just clinches up. But by the time you get him to his house, you hear him laughing, so he's obviously enjoying the ride.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, we got an otter in the chat. Hey, Otter.
Hey,
Hello, Otter.
Hey.
How
Otter in the
fast-
chat, a
how
seal
fast
in
did-
the game.
how fast did it take me to get him there? This is a 30-minute drive, and I'm moving at Mock Jesus.
Consider your ability over buildings and, probably leaps.
Mm-hmm.
Leap from rooftop to rooftop, it takes you next to no time to get there.
Yep.
He does not live in the best part of town. It's not a slum, or nothing,
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah.
not as fancy a part of town. In fact, this strikes you as exactly the sort of place you would put a safe house.
Yeah, Clone Connor goes, oh, this looks familiar.
He's like, yeah, it's not my home, but it's, one of my
Oh, yeah,
fallback
that's why it's
positions.
familiar. I've got a few of these.
So he goes in, he calls himself together, what he needs for a decent disguise.
Mhm.
And nothing too elaborate, but,
Yeah.
you've seen Hilarious work enough to know that, it doesn't have to be elaborate to be effective.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see him, he's got his seal skin in his hand, he's eyeing the seal skin, glancing over at his safe. It's the problem with being a silky. If I take it with me, I risk it being damaged or losing it, or having it stolen.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't take it, then it cuts off some options. But if we're not near the river tomorrow, it wouldn't do me any good anyway. Finally, he folds it up and puts it in the safe.
Did Jack know about this? This place?
This specific safe house? No, this was one that was just for me.
I mean, because if it matters, I can just pick up the safe and take it with us. That way it's in the safe in case you need it.
Well, no, please don't tear my safe out of my wall. It puts whatever he had on the wall that was over it, back over it. I've got some family that knows about this place, so, if I turn up dead, they can come get the skin and give it to somebody else.
Right, okay.
Those things don't grow on trees.
No, they don't.
So yeah,
ready to go back.
Y'all can zip back. He's got his supplies.
So they're probably back in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. He sets an alarm to get up pretty early, so he can be up, have a disguise on.
Mm-hmm.
So that when y'all leave with fake Jack, he can follow behind. He'll give y'all time to get down about street level, and then he'll come out and follow y'all.
Yeah.
And just make sure he's out of sight of.
Jack.
All right, Otter, I gotcha.
Oh, never mind. Go for it.
1.
Otter, what are you doing?
Concern.
Yeah, I saw the
Captain concern.
I have him down to 1 momentum. I don't want him giving y'all any momentum.
Things.
What have I done? What have my bad dice done?
Guys, there wasn't a dragon in this world before. No.
Now there's a dragon.
Oh, they're working on an entire book for dragons.
Redeemed party appreciation.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Hey.
All right, so is that the one where I've got to appreciate the party? Or does the party have to appreciate each other? I forget how that goes.
You said correct. The first
Oh.
one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got to go into how I appreciate the party.
Well, you guys don't suck. Okay, that's it.
Well, you don't suck. But,
When we do stuff really stupid and it's like,
while we'll occasionally have somebody miss, I appreciate how regularly everybody shows up.
yeah.
I mean, life is life. It's, everybody's going to miss occasionally, but
Yeah.
I got one of my real life groups that, we only meet like every other week, and I think it's been a month since we actually got together. It's a very low energy group.
Yeah.
Now, some of that is, we're meeting in person, so last year was kind of rough for that anyway.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes me super appreciative of the reliability. Also, you guys get along. We all get along pretty well. We all mesh. Even if there's a disagreement with a rule, we don't make a big deal about it,
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back and forth, and then, a ruling's made, and we just move on.
Yeah. Me realizing we're going on like 2.5, 3 years of this already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go back to the Esper Genesis game.
Chronicles of the Ekajadi.
Holocaust.
Yeah.
Oh, Holocaust of the Ekajadi.
We were close.
Because that one went a little over a year, I think.
Mhm.
Vampire finished
Yeah,
out that
smidge.
next year.
Mhm.
And then this one's
And
this year.
here
So
we
yeah,
are.
this is our 3rd year.
It is.
Mine and Duba's second year with you guys.
Yes, you guys showed up for the vampire.
We
Mhm.
play crunchy systems.
We play crunchy
Mhm.
systems, so you don't have to.
Must see me looking at Pathfinder going,
I am not running Pathfinder.
We're all willing to learn new books.
Well,
Except
as
for
much
Shadowrun.
as much
no
as
more
we learn them.
Shadowrun.
No, I'm not even trying Shadowrun. And I appreciate that y'all would not try to make me learn Shadowrun.
I'm okay with the setting. I love the setting and I love the lore. But I don't have the mathematical mind for that.
Yeah.
There's
I'll
only
say
one
beyond
person here
it.
who does.
Shut up.
Listen,
Listen,
We're gonna
it'll
be like,
just
look, tell me what numbers to roll, dude.
I
basically.
mean, honestly, rereading the books, Shadowrun isn't much different from the D10 games we've been playing. There's, of course, the various system rules, but the core concept is similar.
All right, focus.
I'll say there's tangent number 2. Let's go.
A tangent that was
Yeah, it's like,
that was chat driven.
All right, so y'all sleep the night. There's no, nobody attacks the hotel room. The hotel room does not get shot up.
yay!
Connor still is activating his vigil, both him and his clone,
Okay.
and they're just keeping an eye out on things.
All right. Morning rolls around. Y'all have a quick breakfast from the room service or whatever.
Wobbles.
One of the faux Connors that's on watch spots Jack walking in the entrance of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill gets, Bill has his stuff gathered up in one of the side rooms. Because like I said, it's kind of a sweet setup. So he is out of sight when Jack knocks on the door.
Okay. So doing another roll, Connor will pop a hair, make a second clone.
Okay.
And he's gonna leave that second clone back in the bathroom. Both clones are actually gonna stay in the bathroom when James pops in.
Jack.
Jack. Yes.
Hilarious
Right.
looks vaguely like Aline, like with some like as if they were looking at the Xerox copy versus like the actual pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he doesn't know we went researching.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Jack knocks on the door. Y'all, assuming y'all let him in.
Long with like long blonde hair.
Morning, folks. Well, that's not bad. That's not too bad.
I'd try. It's a gift.
He gives you a
Think of-
few points on, a few pointers on the complexion and stuff.
Okay, give me 1 second. And they'll get like foundation or something.
They're very good at contouring.
Yeah, that's impressive. All right, well, y'all wanted to meet back up today, so how y'all want to do this?
Get to it.
Hmm.
Does Aline speak with like some sort of I don't know, a certain inflection?
Well, she's a local, so I guess anybody from somewhere else would pick up her accent.
A Dutch accent, yeah. What does a Dutch accent sound
Are
like?
there any places that she frequents?
Oh, sure.
Just-
Any of the museums around here. She goes in and helps out at some of the hospitals. I mean, she's not like officially supposed to, but all the docs in the area kind of know her and what she can do. So
We can go with the museum route, just because I am not actually a healer.
good plan.
Or I
That might end badly if.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
there any museums right now or outdoor museums like botanical gardens that may be less popular this time so we don't get any civilians or bystanders involved?
People still
Outdoor
shoot
museum.
fireworks.
That
a weekday,
castle,
who's
perhaps,
gonna
with a weird statue.
It's a weekday. Who's gonna go to a museum on a weekday?
We are.
Yeah, but we're trying to be bait for somebody. That's different.
Fair.
There's a Middelheim Open Air Sculpture Museum.
Can't believe there
May-
actually is
in the
one.
Middelheim Park in Antwerp.
Let's say which may or may not be in business by the time we're done.
Or just has a lot of really weird new additions. We don't know.
Jack just kind of shrugged his shoulders. It's outdoors, so it'd be easier for people to clear out if trouble starts. Well,
Connor
when
activates
trouble starts.
Skinlight Stone over there and just stays there, just like this.
Hmm.
Continual vigil.
Right. Well, could work.
It's better than an indoor where there's a chance of people getting trapped.
Jack's like, if you gotta choose between people or funny shaped rocks,
Funny shaped rocks.
Traditionally, paintings are more expensive than sculptures, so we're not causing as much of an international incident.
Well, suppose we should head on out then, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll hang within range of you, Hilarious, just in case someone tries to take a shot at you.
Of course.
She will be using walk unnotice, though. I think those can both be used at the same time. Oh no, the one I roll, the one is a knack, the other is a room. Okay, yeah.
All right, so y'all head out to the sculpture park.
Mhm.
And of course, in the other rooms, obviously Bill could hear y'all talk, so he knows where you're going. That was not a happy noise.
Nope, that's a failure. The
Uh-oh.
shield is not
The
up.
shield does not work.
Momentum. Yay.
Enjoy your momentum, guys.
1 or 2?
It's
Back
just
up to
one.
It's a
One.
knack. Does it get
Yeah.
1 or 2?
I think he just gets the one. It's just a
Okay.
bug.
Okay, so we're just
Alright.
at 1 momentum, right?
So y'all are
Two
at 2
momentum,
now.
sorry.
2. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
It's per scene I can try. So if she hears shots being fired, I'll try it again, but it's not like preventatively up.
So one of the Connors
We're gonna have to get shot first.
will grab Bill
You just get stabbed in the back.
and carry Bill, moving at his top speed without Heavenly Stride, which is still pretty damn fast. And the other Connor will grab the animals and carry them.
It's like the ladder all over again.
But will be that Connor will be keeping to the roofs as much as possible to stay out of the way.
I like that he's carrying 2 mythical beasts.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely get spotted by a few folk here and there, but
yeah.
But yeah, y'all get to the park. I'm going to assume that one of you and the animals are like on a rooftop, where he can leap down with them and
throw the animals out.
As soon as it hits the as soon as it starts to hit the fan,
torpedo the animals at the problem.
Oh God, no!
Smoochums is very streamlined. You could do it.
This is very aerodynamic.
Yeah.
Smoochums is very aerodynamic.
Oh,
Smoochums is a neat torpedo.
Phrasing.
That's what okay, now you have to make it weird because that's what I called my mom's dachshund because she was just this little fat thing and just ran at 40 miles an hour.
So you just made me think of a particular song from Spinal Tap. But anyway.
Anyhow, yeah.
Anyway, you drop Bill off. He starts kind of circling the park, kind of an infiltration, scouting the area type thing.
I'll say the Connor that dropped him off will kind of do the same.
Are you trying to be unnoticed?
What he'll do is he'll have a hoodie up, and if there's a bench somewhere that has a good view of most of the park, he'll just kind of have the
park, but
Well, yeah.
At least the acreage where we're at.
Basically keep an eye on where they are, where the party is. He'll lay down on a bench and just pretend to be asleep. So he just looks like some guy that just got tired and decided to take a nap on a bench.
Okay.
And is wearing noticeably different clothing from his original.
So I guess just in case we'll take a get a snack of some of those some of the golden figs that they have on them.
Jack's like, oh, those look good. What are those?
They're for me. They're not. If I have to talk my way out of something, I can.
Well, that sounds super useful. How do they taste?
Horrible. They're rotten. You don't want to eat them.
Have you ever had a fig before?
Oh yeah, I like figs.
They're figs, but they're figs are good. Figs with a gold plate are not as good. It's like an eggshell that you have to crack open to get to the actual fig. It's weird. Gods are weird.
Oh, you're telling me.
Weirdest Cadbury egg ever.
Yeah.
Those actually aren't bad.
No, they're not, but...
I mean, you can't eat too many. I learned that the hard way.
Connor or Eric?
Yes.
I said probably both.
All right, Robert and Jaden. Obviously,
Hey.
Hilarious, disguised as Aline, is walking with Jack. Jaden, Robert, what are y'all doing? Y'all all walking like one big group.
Robert would probably just kind of wander near, but not with the group. Kind of look like he's more of a tourist, admiring the how the buildings and everything look.
Okay.
Yeah, same. But just
Taking
keeping
pictures
an
and
eye
shit.
on them, you know.
You know, making sure BS doesn't happen to him just yet.
I don't know if that was lightning or a firework.
Yes.
I've been
Then-
hearing fireworks going on out here for a hot minute.
See, I'm in about the same boat as Jason is, because there's been several times I've heard something outside, and I'm like, "Is that thunder? Or is that a firework?" I
Is that a
can't tell
thunder?
at this
Is that a
point.
firework? Was it a gunshot?
We're supposed to have some
No.
rain coming through, so it could have been a storm. But
You're
Oh,
you're taking my you're taking my rain. You're welcome. Go
yes.
keep it.
Oh, I already had it. I want to pass it on. Who wants it?
I'll take it. Send it this way. Give me it. Give me
Okay.
it.
Go.
All right.
we'll
So,
just
and Jaden, where are you?
Um,
I'm just gonna let Elsa go up there to you, sir.
you said they're walking where again?
It's an outdoor sculpture museum. So basically, a big park with a bunch of sculptures.
Okay, she'll be way behind on like the right side.
Okay. Let's see. And Sasha, were you right up there with
She was staying
Hilarious
like
and Jack?
in the pretty close, but using the walk unnoticed.
Okay. Could you post that? In the
I can
chat?
I can post it. She's also definitely probably changed how she looks too. So she
You can
like
absolutely just
horribly-
ask us what the clash is if that's what you're looking for.
I'm hunting it down again. A clash is manipulation legend versus cunning legend.
All right, then I need y'all to roll me a cunning legend.
All of us?
Manipulation legend or cunning legend, because the first one's usually the caster.
Yeah,
thanks.
y'all are not the caster in this instance.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So cunning legend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Cunning
so
plus 3.
I guess I'll roll something that has 3 that'll act as my legend.
Yeah. I say
That's what I was doing.
I'll roll subterfuge because that has 3.
Medicine has 3, so
4 plus 1 from the Kopesh.
I got
3
none.
successes is not that bad.
We got a momentum
Oh.
from Hilarious.
I got 3 successes myself.
I got 4 successes actually, and all 3 of them were 10.
Jesus
So
Christ.
Lovely.
Wait. So what do I need to roll?
Cunning and then 3 legend. So look at your skills that have 3 dots in it and just roll that as your legend points.
Okay. Well, I can do. I believe cultures 3. It looks like.
Everyone knows what's up except for Hilarious. Great.
So 2 3s, a 4, and a 5.
That
Looks like.
tracks, though, because Hilarious is
They're
concentrating
in
on
the act. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. They're in the act.
All right.
Question: do you want me to roll twice for both the clone for
No.
Connor and his clone?
No,
Okay,
just you.
gotcha.
All right,
Wait,
so
how did you get 3?
Hilarious is about to get stabbed.
Me?
It's fine.
Yeah.
general.
I have
enhancement.
+1 general enhancement for my staff. That is
Ah,
still in
right.
pencil mode and hidden. But
Right.
it's there.
all right, so Sasha got 4 successes.
5.
Five.
Because of the Kopesh.
Okay. Rappy got 4. Or
Yep.
Jaden, I should say, got 4.
Jaden got 4.
How many did Connor get total?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, Connor and Robert both got 3.
All right. Then Sasha, you notice several men around some sculptures and are headed directly towards you. Jaden, at a distance, you notice this group. One kind of coming towards them from the front, but you see another group coming around from behind. As well as somebody, coming from your side towards you.
Is there a group going directly for Sasha? Because she is cloaked, so to speak.
Well, I was
Yeah,
picturing Sasha being up with the rest of y'all, but with where Talarius and where the main group of you are.
Okay.
Do I need to make a contested roll or anything?
Oh, yeah, I guess they do need to roll versus yours, yeah.
I will do manipulation legend. So just do manipulation culture again.
Okay.
5 successes.
Okay. Then, yeah, none of them are reacting to you. Jaden, you also see one person approaching Robert from behind. But other than the two ladies, nobody else sees any of these.
Okay, how many total are there?
There's 3 approaching you from the front. There's 2 coming at y'all from behind. Or the main group, the Talarius' group from behind. There's one approaching Robert from behind, and there's one coming up at Jaden.
If I can make a query of the people who can see them.
Yeah.
Are any reacting to the sleeping or the fox sleeping clone? Or do they even register the fact that he's really there? Or does he just look like a sleeping dude?
They don't seem to have noticed him. Or at least nobody seems to be approaching him.
Okay.
Sasha's going to pull out her phone and group message, heads on a swivel, 7 inbound.
Jade will be like,
Dang
yeah,
it.
noticed.
Saying that doesn't magically make them appear, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
Does Talarius pull out their phone?
Absolutely not. They can hear the text message.
I got you.
Oh yeah, the tech thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering because Jack's walking around like right next to Talarius.
Yeah, no. They're
spear in one arm, Talarius' arm in the other arm.
Yeah, no, they're fine. Do I feel like their grip getting tighter?
No, not really.
Okay. Doesn't feel like it's not like one of those things where it's like, haha, guys, come on,
Nope, seems to be perfectly at ease.
Let's say Connor, kind of standing slightly off to the side, will pull out his phone and quick text. Tell me when they get closer.
Experience with text. Can't really do much about it right now.
Got your back. And yeah, Sasha will once they get like if there's, I'll say within like 30, 40 feet.
And when they get within that range and they start drawing weapons.
The second she would have the message prepped, but the second the weapons come out, like immediately.
Okay.
So far they've all got either cudgels, or bladed weapons. The one walking up like behind Robert pulls out a kind of a stiletto knife.
Can I have Connor do what he was prepping to do?
Well, you don't see any of this.
Oh no, he's not going after them.
What is he getting ready to do?
Well, the reason why I says is when they get close, he was gonna zip over and attempt to disarm Fox Jack and steal his spear.
Okay. And you're basically going to wait until they give the signal that it's going down.
Yeah, and then he was going to zip over because the only target he can see is Jack. And since Sasha did say that spear was magical, he's going to take it off of him.
Okay. So yeah, you see the weapons come out. Clearly they're getting ready to stab Robert in the back.
attempt to dislodge my arm before it just
Who's
gets separated.
Who's closer to Robert? Jaden or Jaden will probably.
I think Jaden was like right with him.
No, Robert was over. They were a bit separate, I believe.
Oh, okay.
He was
Yeah,
kind of
he
wandering
was
around on
on
her
one
own. Jaden
side.
had fallen back kind of
Okay.
behind everybody else.
Yeah, to
Alright.
keep an eye.
Yeah, but Jaden's got a bow, so she can reach out and touch somebody if she needs to.
Oh yeah, and
Long
she
range
would
touch.
have started taking her bow off when she noticed people walking up behind.
Well, you had one heading straight for you. So if you start taking
Yeah.
your bow off, he's going to notice and like double time, knife out and kind of double time.
I'm gonna try to dislodge my arm before Connor goes to like separate my shoulder.
Okay, well, let's see if you can do this subtly.
Sure.
I'm gonna tie my shoe.
Give me a subterfuge.
Mhm.
Cunning.
Oh, I'm already there.
Ooh, maybe composure would be better. This is kind of a social thing.
It's the same roll.
Okay, well, just roll it then. We'll say it's composure we're going with.
Okay. I'll just put composure. And then my specialty would technically go into this.
What is your specialty?
Would I lie to you? Body language is lying.
I think you're stretching it a bit far there.
All right. Well, I got a success.
All right, you slip your arm out without any trouble. It appears perfectly natural, like you were just taking a step to one side, look at one of the sculptures a little bit closer.
Yeah. Oh, how nice.
And we will basically end here right as initiative would be rolled.
But say, can I make that roll since he was doing it before combat started? Because he was waiting for them to shoot the text.
We'll let you start off.
Right on it.
We'll let you start off next session with it.
Put a note in
make a note of it.
Roll20 chat.
Okay.
And I will write down roll initiatives in advance.
If ever there was an artist out there who can just hilarious pulling out their arm and just oh, what a nice sculpture, while Connor's just going out mock Jesus.
As the to be continued thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The JoJo's to be continued.
It's like, oh, what's this? And Jack's like, oh, I don't know, and just in the background, just.
All right, so we will freeze here just as it's all about to break loose.
Mm-hmm.
We're not making it out of here with causing an international incident.
Okay.
Well, that depends on how many of the sculptures you decide to smash up.
Ooh, good point.
I could easily see, newspapers all over the world with pictures of Connor with one of the statues picked up over his head, smashing somebody with it.
Beat this motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Okay, Otter has given y'all a party boon right here at the end.
Woohoo!
So that's another momentum for you.
Yay! Thank you, Otter.
Yahoo!
We're gonna need them.
So we're at 4 before we.
We're at 4 momentum, yes.
Well, that's not fair.
Don't you have
We have less momentum than you have tension. Come on.
No. We started the session with y'all having 2 momentum and me having 4 tension. Now you have 4 momentum and I have 2 tension.
Well, we
You
get
should've
that
had
point
5.
because we used half of our momentum.
Well, that's experience, not momentum.
You should have had 5 tension because you get automatically however many there are in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since there are 5 of us this go around.
Did you spend one last session?
I spent some last session.
Resets
so
though.
Okay.
That's true. It resets my story arc.
My story arc.
Oh.
I'll look into it and make sure.
I mean, we're going from Italy to Belgium.
I think Otter just gave us a 5th momentum anyway.
You can stop anytime, Otter.
Wait. We can give. Wait, I've got points.
Oh, he gave that to Jason.
Oh, was that last one for me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one more for you to even things out.
I withdraw my comment then.
Oh, for you, DM. Okay.
Yeah. So
we
we're at 4. You're at 3 tension.
So a party boon and a party bane.
Mhm.
Yep. All right, so y'all are at 4 and I'm at 3. All right. All right. Well, thanks Otter for coming by. JS Speaks
Otter.
97, if you're still with us. We appreciate that follow. For any of y'all coming by and watching this or listening to it later, hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed running it. Hope my guys had fun.
Absolutely.
And we will see y'all next week. If you're still in the mood for some gaming, we have 3 other shows here on Dire Bear. We have a Knight's Ransom on Thursdays. We have the Lost Cities, or the Stolen Cities, excuse me. The Stolen Cities on Saturday.
That one's about to wrap up.
I think that one was getting ready to wrap up. Cap, of course, runs Troubleshooters Season 2.
Also about to wrap up.
Doesn't seem like Season 2 had lasted very long, but maybe that's just me.
Aren't all of these D&D based?
Yeah, these are.
Yeah, I think we're the only non-D&D game.
Huh.
I believe
No.
Otter said we have a new one coming up as well. Soon.
Yeah, I knew somebody was working on another one, but
Fair enough.
I don't know exactly when that one's going to hit.
All new players, all new DM, as I recall.
I think it was still D&D though.
Yes.
Fair enough.
We gotta like push some more crunchiness into the.
D&D's crunchy.
I mean,
compared to like PBTA, go play some.
Yeah. Sure.
Monster of the Week.
Yeah, of course. Monster of
Yeah.
the Week is just like 2d6 and a modifier. You're good.
Varenheim. Otter, have you been playing Valheim recently?
Oh, Otter's player.
So it's mostly new players.
Yeah.
Mostly.
All right. So anyway, we got those games, and of course next week it'll be us. So we will see y'all next time. Everybody wave. Track down the ending button.
Causing international incidents and eating waffles.
Maybe at the same time.
Ooh. Is there a
Connor would do
Waffle House
that.
in Belgium?